What? Nick Fury from a daily skill cav? Are you kidding me? Alright guys, let's go ahead, level, rank this guy, and then we'll touch on his abilities and jump into some meaty fights where Nick really shines. So a few months ago, those of you who don't know, maybe it was closer to a year, but I got lucky, pulled 6-star Nick Fury. Been trying to get that dupe ever since. Buying calves, buying daily cav deals, opening 6 stars, nothing. I was hoping to dupe him on my 6-star roster when the 4th of July came around, but if any of you saw that opening, well, you know what happened. If you guys want to see that video, I'll put the link in the description. I was giving up. I was like, I'm not getting Nick Fury. I thought for sure that I wouldn't get him. Guess what, guys? We got him. Finally got him, and of course, when I wasn't streaming or recording. I was just laying in bed, waking up, bought the skill daily cav, did the pet method, and I said to myself, today's the day we pull Nick Fury. And boom, we popped it, and we got him. I'm beyond stoked since he is my last Horseman that I need for the Abyss. He's going to make a couple of those fights a lot easier, namely Invisible Woman. If you guys don't have a Nick Fury and haven't really taken the time to look into how he works, we're going to try and help break down everything in this video. For those of you that don't have an Awakened Nick, he is still a great option for Modok. When Nick hits into an auto block, he is stun immune and still inflicts a bleed. He's also a great option for Void, as all of Void's debuffs are considered non-damaging. It's Void's abilities who cause the damage. When you knock down an opponent, you purify all non-damaging debuffs. Alright, I saved up all the skill and ISO. We're good to go. He's at rank 5 just like that. Now let's use one of our 3 remaining skill awakening gems. We are going to just take a quick scroll through his abilities, and then I'll get into more detail in the fights. But Fury benefits greatly from his awakened ability, and thankfully does not need a high sig. His crit rate is boosted when he's hitting into a bleeding champ. You want to end your combos with a light attack. If you inflict 8 bleeds on your opponent, you're going to get an internal bleed. We'll talk about more of that later. Tactical charges. This is why you really need to be awakened. Without the dupe, you can really only gain it by either getting hit or using your special one, which gives you 4. And they fall off pretty fast. It makes it hard to stay above 5. And 15 is the sweet spot, so keep that in mind. Nick does have some great synergies that benefit other team members as long as he remains alive. If you get a debuff, he can reverse it. He can also give you some evade charges, boost your crit, and your Fury. He's a pretty good synergy king. Alright, let's jump into a fight against everyone's favorite punching bag, Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. Now the team I have loaded up here is only somewhat ideal, and we'll go into that in detail in the next fight. I would not recommend taking hits right off the bat with most fights, but I want to show you how hard he hits sooner rather than later. If this was a hard quest, I would use Nick and then save his SIG ability as a safety net. Highly recommend that. So just remember, not ideal to start the fight dying. Alright, and we're dead, and the real Nick Fury comes out. And now Fury is furious! Once we get above the 15 tactical charges, we are unblockable, baby. Now, I do like the heavy as much as possible, because that gives us a better chance to get internal bleeds. Each heavy is going to put 3 bleeds on the opponent. Once we get to 8 bleeds, we'll get that internal bleed. And internal bleeds will make all your bleeds more potent based on your tactical charges. So we're at 19, which is the max you can get without rolling over. That's good. It's going to add 0.2 seconds to each bleed duration. So you add that up, that's about an additional 2 seconds on your bleeds. Now, this fight goes down pretty fast once we bring out the life model decoy. But man, we are just hitting so hard. The bleeds are ticking. Those crits are flying. Now, we do get clipped here, and that's alright, but we get that bonus fury, and we end up doing a 7k bleed, which is crazy. Just watching that tick is nuts. 60 hits, just around 2 minutes for that one shot. I think that's the fastest and lowest combo one shot I've done on my account. Alright, next fight. Here's the team I used. It's a very Nick friendly team, but only somewhat ideal for questing. We obviously start with Nick, and then toss in both Captain Marvel and Captain America. Then we add Hawkeye, and finally Black Panther, Civil Warrior. Now, Black Panther, Civil War, and Hawkeye gives skill champs a bonus 25% bleed damage. And then with Cap Marvel, we do extend the Fury buffs, but it really doesn't come into play. And then Beardo and Hawkeye, they give skill champs an additional 250 crit rate, just on basic attacks. Alright, on to X Red Hulk. Now, Lab Red Hulk has some serious physical resistance, so this fight can be pretty grueling if you don't have a damage over time champ. Also remember that Nick ignores all physical resistance if the opponent is bleeding and also increases his crit rate. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start the fight with Nick as normal like we talked about, and we're going to take some hits when we get to about 75 hits, and then we'll see the damage difference. So enjoy the tunes, and I'll be back after we destroy the LMD. Alright, so after 75 hits, we dropped 16% of his total health, and that was just over 3 minutes. It's close to about 250,000 damage, which is pretty good. But keep in mind, you know, we haven't seen his SIG ability yet. We got a furious bonus. We're still dying. He doesn't have any heat charges. As soon as we get to 15 charges, we're gonna go ahead and pop that L3 to get out of the corner. Boom, there we go. Gotta love his special 3. It's a lot of fun. Especially this gun. Hopefully someday we can get Agent Coulson in the game. That'd be cool. Alright guys, that was a 26k special 3. What a great start. And man, I love being unblockable. especially in content like the Labyrinth or Abyss. Oh, the AI wants to hold block? Who cares? So at this stage, we're doing about 4,500 bleed damage per second with our light ending combo. And that's just the last light bleed. We're not counting the little bleeds. That's over 31,000 damage over 5 seconds. Incredible. Alright guys, I'm gonna let you watch him melt for a bit. I enjoy watching him melt. Keep in mind, I do have Deep Wounds, Despair, and Assassin all maxed in my mastery tree. If you guys are curious about any masteries, feel free to drop a comment, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Alright, and with this fight, we finish with a bang. The final light hit combo is ticking for 5,200, and the SP2 we dropped does a total of over 40k damage, while the bleeds do an additional 36k. And that's a wrap on Lab Red Hulk. Coming soon.